Ready. Loop.
Honor guard, hand salute. Present arms. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Two.
I would like to invite Father Highland, the chaplain for the Connecticut State Fire Marshal's Site Project, for the invocation.
Thank you, Chief Bowman. And all coincidentally, we cannot have a collection here today.
Use my hat.
No, we'll stay with me. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we gather here for the ceremony of swearing in a new fire chief for the city of Meriden. We invite you to be with us, and especially to bless Chief Ken Morgan as he takes over the duties of leading this very fine fire department. The task you take on, Chief, can be difficult, can be very difficult. The challenges of our age keep changing with time. We see it in the fire service and in the cities. But with God's help and a good staff, I can testify to that you have an excellent department, a lot of good, dedicated people who will work with you. And we ask God to help you and them to quickly develop a good working relationship, a friendship, a true desire to serve. It's a great city. It has a great future ahead of it. We will get through the hard times that all our cities are going through in these days. But the American spirit, the spirit of this city, and the spirit of this fire department, which has grown with the times and is able to meet all kinds of challenges as this area of the state changes. So may God be with them all, and especially with this chief who is about to take on this new challenge in life, for the love and kindness of a God who cares very much for us. Amen.
Amen.
Today we are here to administer the oath of office for Meriden Fire Department's 20th career chief, Kenneth Morgan. Recognition to the city leaders that are here today: Mayor Mike Brody, Deputy Mayor Matt Dominello, who is also Vice Chair of our Public Safety Committee, Majority Leader Brian Daniels, Minority Leader Daniel Bernay, and we also have Deputy Majority Leader Kathy Batista here today, who also served on the final test committee for a selection of chief. Also would like to recognize City Manager Larry Kenzier, our police chief, and several of the department heads that are here today. In addition to the Meriden Fire Department, we have representatives of the South Meriden Fire Department, Chief Keith Gordon. We can all take our seat. Firefighting is one of the most honorable but most dangerous occupations that we have. When there's an emergency in this community, the fire department is one of the first to respond, first to arrive. Firefighters in their duties prevent and extinguish fires, but we also respond to the many incidents. We care for the sick and the injured. We take great pride in this. We respond to emergencies caused by the weather that we've seen in the last 4 years. The many emergencies that have occurred. When you dial 911, On the other end, first representative normally, when it comes to the sick and injured or firefighters there at your front door. It's with great pride, if we look at the world as a whole, that only 100 people wear the uniform of a Meriden firefighter. The Meriden Fire Department in the last 140 years has had a chief to lead the department. Ken Morgan will be Meriden's 20th chief. But it's also time where we look at our past chiefs. Since 1983, the 19 chiefs that have served, and they made the department what it is today. I'd like to take the opportunity to recognize Fire Chief James Traynor, who is retiring after 10 years, 4 months. I would like to ask for a moment of silence. Since the last transfer of command, we've lost 3 of our past fire chiefs. Fire Chief Robert Redican, Fire Chief Charles Stigler, and Fire Chief Ronald Fontaine. I'd like to ask for a moment of silence. Amen. Well, Chief, I'd like to call to the witness, you and your wife, and the city clerk. He is ready.
I, Kenneth Morgan, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and the Constitution of the State of Connecticut,
and I will in all respects
and I will in all respects
observe the provisions of the Charter
observe the provisions of the Charter
and ordinances of the City of Meriden,
and ordinances of the City of Meriden,
and that I will faithfully discharge according to law
and that I will faithfully discharge according to law
the powers and duties invested in me
the powers and duties vested in me
as the city's fire chief
as the city's fire chief
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Meriden's newest Fire Chief Kenneth Morgan.
Thank you, David. Very nicely done, by the way. First, I want to give a salute to all our firefighters and Meriden Fire Department. I've had the distinct pleasure of working with you over my 23 years in public office. I found this department to be exemplary, unbelievably talented, professional, committed. I've seen you in action in so many different situations. So I thank you for your service to our community as first responders and all the things you do. And not only as professional firefighters, but all the other community things that you get involved in. Most notably the last book bag program where 1,000 book bags were given out to children, and you stepped up to make that happen because it wasn't going to happen if it weren't for you. So congratulations all for all you do for our city. Official greetings from the Mayor's office and the City Council. This is a momentous occasion, a change of the guard, so to speak. Happens occasionally, and we say goodbye to our old friends and welcome new friends. So that's what we're doing here today, and I thank you all for taking the time out of your schedules to come and be part of this. So Chief Trainer, 10 years. Now, as I think back 10 years ago, I'm not sure if you had more gray hair or not. But I just want to thank you for your service to our community. I've worked with you in many, many situations. You've always been both gracious and accommodating. Oh, gentlemen, and a perfect person to work with. And I want to thank you for your service. And Mr. Trent, thank you for lending him to our city for all those long days and hours over these many years. It's no easy thing for family to have a fire chief living at home and also sharing with their team. So thank you so much as well. Chief Ken, welcome to Meriden. Mrs. Morgan as well. It's a little bit of a change from Las Vegas, although the heat today is probably a little bit like maybe what you experienced there. But I'm sure you're going to do well. You've had 30 years of experience. I see the stripes on your sleeve there. A professional for many, many years, looking at all aspects of fire service. And we welcome your expertise, your commitment, and look forward to working with you in our community. All the best.
Deputy Mayor and Vice Chair of our Public Safety Committee, Matt Domino. And a few words.
Good afternoon. I'm going to echo some of the remarks that the Mayor said. We're here today to be very fortunate, in my opinion, because the greatest fire department in the state of Connecticut. They're always there to protect us in our case of emergency. I can vouch for that. I needed it one time. Believe me, these gentlemen right there. But they are there. They work very hard, they're dedicated to our community. So a big thank you to our fire department. And goodbye to our chief trainer. He's been a very good friend of mine and his wife. Did an excellent job, chief. And the rest of you, members of the board. Children. So, God bless and enjoy your retirement. And now, for Chief Morgan, we welcome you to our city, you and your wife. We know you're going to enjoy your stay here. Great city, the citizens here are very kind and considerate. So, welcome aboard. Good luck. God bless.
I'd like to recognize that another one of our councilmen just snuck in on me. Miguel Castro. Retired Fire Chief James Trainer.
Now that we have a new fire chief, can I have the rest of the afternoon off? Thanks. It certainly has been a pleasure and an honor for me to serve with the Meriden Fire Department. They're a great bunch of men and women, and they serve the community well. They're professionals, they're courageous, they're brave, and most of all, they're compassionate. They treat everyone with dignity, they treat everyone with the same respect. And whether your opponent's a person down by the railroad tracks, or looking over around some bridge, they take care of you with the same effort, the same care. It has been my honor. I can't believe the 10 years has gone by so fast. I just said to Uncle Matt here, I call him Uncle Matt. I said, 10 years ago, we were sitting up in Watertown in his son's restaurant. He offered me a job, and it just goes by so quick. But it was great times, good times. I've said it before to a few people, and I'll say it again. If this was a course that I was taking, or a class, I rated it a 98 or 99. And that's a pretty good run. I really love working with people on the fire department, people in the city administration. Everyone's always been very good, very cooperative, and And we just hope that we pass it on to the new chief, treat him the way he treated me, and we'll do all right. So in closing, I want to thank all the members of the fire department, all the members of the city staff that I work with. It's been a great run, and I won't forget any of that, on it, any of it. Someday I'll write a book, but I'll change all your names. So.
Thanks.
Ken, I wish you luck. And, who's next one?
A little overwhelmed right now. And the reason I say that is when you come to a new community, you have a lot of expectations, a lot of fears, a lot of anxiety. And I have to say, in the 30 some odd days we've been here, most of that's gone away. I feel very comfortable in this community. The people have been very welcoming. I've met a variety of the city department leaders. I've met a lot of the citizens. And I think I've virtually met my entire department, which is something that is unheard of for a chief to feel that comfortable coming in. As I told my wife earlier, I said, I think I hit a gold mine. This place, this city is dynamic, it's great. The department that I'm taking over has probably got some of the most dedicated individuals I've ever met. And for a fire chief to come into a department like that with individuals that are committed to the job that they do and care about the people that they serve, to me is just an absolute gold mine. And I'm excited to take the helm of this department, excited to move it into the future, and I thank everybody for being here and thank everybody for what you do. Thank you.
On behalf of the fire department in the city of Meriden, I truly appreciate the help that I had from collectively individuals in our department and from the city, from our staff, Amy, Chief Dunn, others that have stepped up, Chief Donovan, Joe Orphan, Color Guard. They always make us proud. It's one of the reasons why that I enjoy this department so well is because of these people and the people that surround me, so I appreciate that. Thank you. We thank you all for coming today. At the conclusion of the ceremony, we invite you to stay. We will have refreshments with us and take pictures if you'd like. But again, appreciate you for being here. I will now ask Chief Morgan and Chief Trainer, please step forward, face the audience. This ceremony is in recognition of the transfer of command from one chief to another that passed the time. I will now ask, before I have the honor guard cover, I will ask for Father, will you come up and do the benediction now?
Just before I give the benediction, I really got to give you a little bit of advice, Chief. Years ago, I requested a fire engine in Hartford, Engine 5, and I was then located in Waterbury, 1 block from Engine 5. And as I was about to bless it, the driver and the captain said, Father, why don't you get in the cab? And the chief said, no way. Because if he gets in the cab, the next time you're going to see that, it's in the Waterbury Firehouse, and by the time you catch up with it, they're going to have a beer letter. Now, I know in a week, a new Seagrave's coming in, a new tiller wagon, and I know how the chief and I feel about that, and we feel Waterbury should have had one years ago. So, I'm going to put a guard on him. Because, you know, he might, and if he needs a tillerman, I was taught to tiller years ago, so you better be careful, okay?
A dozen truckies that will probably fight you tooth and nail. We're looking forward to it.
Yes. And as you are hearing, you're taking over a great department, and we ask God to continue giving his help and his strength to this department to continue in this tradition. It is wonderful that the people of this department are willing to take such risks. If we even just stop right now, if this building were on fire, most of us would be out the door. But these men in blue around here, they'd be staying or they'd be doing what they can, and that's what they do all the time. They've been accused at times of being crazy for that, but they're crazy for the love of other human beings and saving. And Chief, with your 30 years of service, and you've been there many times, you bring that tradition with you, and you know what it's all about. It's only very special people who service in the fire department. I've known many from my own family on down through the years, very, very special people. So we ask God to continue to be with them always be kind, always to protect you and to love you and to show you that your dedication is not gone without the loving gratitude of a kind and merciful God. Amen.
Members of the department may cover. Attention. Ready. Salute. Two.
It's all yours, kid. I'm going home. That's obvious. That concludes our ceremony. Please go have some refreshments.